everyone, it's Simmery and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys 10 different legacy challenges that you can do in The Sims 3 to spice up your gameplay. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. The first legacy challenge that I have here is called the Zodiac Legacy challenge. So basically what you're doing in this challenge is playing through each generation, which is based off of a different zodiac sign in order, whichever way you start. So the general rules for this legacy challenge is to finish the goals provided for each sign. It says you can move on to the next generation when all goals are met, or until the heir has aged up, or both, up to you. You can start on any sign, but it needs to go in order. So if you start on Leo, you have to go to Virgo next. It says you also need to select the any of the careers. So they have multiple careers that are like based off of the zodiac sign that you choose, and you can use different colors for aesthetic berry purposes. So I really like the way they organized these generations. So they have little backstories for each generation, aesthetic colors that you can pick from. For Aries, there's just one, which is red, which I think is extremely fitting. And then they also have traits that you can pick from, careers to pick from, and goals to achieve. So I really like this legacy challenge because it explores different aspects of the game while also being on theme for a zodiac sign. So I would totally check this one out. Okay, the next challenge that we have here is called the Store World Legacy Challenge, which is created by Florida here on YouTube. So it says that, hey everyone, I'm here to bring you all new Sims 3 Legacy Challenge, Store World Legacy. Each generation will live in a different store world. There are 11 different worlds, so this legacy will have 11 generations. So, you know, we have Riverview, Barnacle Bay, Hidden Springs, Lunar Lakes, all that jazz. So obviously you will need the store worlds for this legacy challenge. And this one is basically laid out the same. So I think what she did here was basically kind of make the traits and the lifetime wish and the career based around the overall vibe and theme of whichever world. So for instance, Riverview, it says all you want is peace and quiet. You finally escaped the city life, moved to sleepy town of Riverview. Here you can finally live the life you've always dreamt of. You really want to become a farmer, fruits, veggies, chickens, cows, you want it all. Will you be able to find peace in Riverview? And then they have the traits listed out, and the lifetime wish you must pick from, the career you need, and all of the rules. So I really like that. I think this is super cute, and this is a pretty new legacy challenge. I mean, it came out 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So I think that's relatively new. And I just, oh yeah, 2 years ago from today I'm recording. So I would totally check this one out as well. Okay, so we have the next legacy challenge, which is called the Sweet and Sour Legacy Challenge by Symphora, who is also here on YouTube. So she actually made this with her friend Gabrielle. So it's actually created by Symphora and Gabby. So yes, this legacy challenge is basically inspired by different fruits, and the fruits have a sweet and sour aesthetic for each generation. So it says you must follow each generation in chronological order. It is recommended that you use all of the traits provided. If you do not have a certain Sims 3 expansion pack that is related to the traits, careers, or goals, you can make adjustments. The aesthetic colors for each generation is optional. And before moving on to the next generation, you must complete all of the required goals, and you can't use any money cheats. So it says here we have generation 1, which is watermelon, generation 2 is lemon, generation 3 is strawberry, generation 4 is green apple, and generation 5 is blueberry, generation 6 is grapefruit. And yeah, so this one is actually a little bit shorter. This one is 6 generations. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit less intimidating in terms of how long you have to spend, you know, on a legacy family, I think this would be a really good starter one because it's not too long. And this one has the goals listed out, the lifetime wish, the aesthetic colors, of course, the traits, career, and a backstory. So I really like this. It's very cute and it's just different than what you normally see. So I would definitely check this one out as well. Okay, so this is the next legacy challenge. It's called a different kind of jam legacy challenge, which is actually created by the same person who made the Zodiac Legacy challenge. Their name is the Petty Machine. They actually have a lot of legacy challenges that you should totally look at because most of them are like conversions from The Sims 4. So I would totally check this person's Tumblr out because they have a lot of cool legacy challenges, but I really wanted to focus on this one. So it says the Jam Legacy is a 9-generation legacy challenge based on fruits you can put into jams, jellies, and has specific color palette if you choose to go with it. Each generation is a quirky bunch and meant for some weird gameplay. So if you enjoy weird gameplay, nice fall colors, and maybe 9 generations of fun, this is your jam. And sorry if y'all heard me bump my hand on my desk, I'm so sorry. But anyways, okay, so as you guys can see, we have the strawberry gin, the peach gin, grape, plum, pumpkin, pomegranate, orange, and kumquat and blackberry. So as you guys can also see, for each generation they have their backstory, and then they named the, like, I guess the personality and like life of your sim as ingredients, which is so cute. So you have different careers for each gen, lifetime wish, skills you need to do, how many kids you should have, and also what trait you must have, which is really cool. Like, I think that's so cool. And then of course they have the goals or directions as they call it in this one. So yeah, I would totally check this one out as well. Okay, the next legacy challenge, I don't really know if it counts as a legacy challenge, but it is kind of a legacy challenge because you have to play through 10 different generations. And this is the Perfect Genetics challenge, which is a pretty old challenge here in the Sims 3 community, where basically you're supposed to give your sim a really unique hair color and eye color, and they must dislike children. And basically you are supposed to play through 10 generations passing down that unique hair color and eye color. So it is a pretty cool generation, or not generation, but challenge. I'm not sure if it really counts as a legacy challenge, but it is a legacy challenge because you're playing through multiple generations. So I would totally check this out because it's kind of spunky. It has rules, as you can see, but it's not super structured like the other legacy challenges we were looking at. So totally check this out if you want something that's a little bit more loose in terms of the rules and things like that. So yeah, totally check that one out. Okay, this is another older Sims 3 legacy challenge, which I also don't know 100% if we can consider it a legacy challenge, but you're also playing through multiple generations, 5 generations. Basically what you're supposed to do is play on an island. I don't know why I can't talk today. You're supposed to play on an island with a single sim, and you're basically supposed to figure out how to continue on through 5 generations by going to like university, through China, Egypt, and it has lots of rules. You're supposed to start with nothing, of course, and just build up 5 generations of your legacy. And I think it's really cool. It's called the Midnight Sun Challenge. It's definitely unique, and it's also a little bit less intimidating in terms of how long the Legacy Challenge lasts. So I will definitely link this one down below as well for you guys to read over all the rules, because there is a lot of stuff you need to do to set everything up, but totally recommend this one as well. Okay, so the next Legacy Challenge we have here is definitely the most popular, especially especially here on YouTube, which is called the Lepacy challenge, of course. So basically what you're doing is playing through each generation, which is based off of the expansion packs in order from which they were released, and you can only have the ones that you have played with so far in your game. So like when you start with the base game generation, you can only have base game in your game. You can't have any of these other ones in there. And then once you complete the base game, all of the goals, I don't know why I had a freaking brain fart, but once you complete all the base game goals, then you can add on world adventures, and then once you complete world adventures, then you can go to ambitions, so on and so forth. So this is a really cool and popular legacy challenge that I would definitely 1000% recommend for all of you to check out. And of course, a lot of people tend to kind of, adjust the rules to their liking, which is totally, that works with all of these, honestly, because some of them can be a little bit too strict and sometimes you want to just change things up, which is totally fine. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one as well. Okay, next we have the traditional Sims 3 Legacy Challenge, which I had to include because this is like the OG. And basically what you're doing is starting off with nothing and working your way up through 10 or maybe even 12. Is it 12? I think it's like 10 generations, and there's rules, of course, but it's not super strict on each generation, like with different themes and stuff like that. So yeah, I really recommend doing a traditional legacy. Okay, yes, it literally says 10 generation challenge. The legacy challenge is a long 10 generation challenge where you start out with a single founder, very humble beginnings, and try to lead the family to fame, fortune, and success over 10 generations. So I would totally check this one out, y'all. It is a bit basic, but it's really fun. It really is. So I will definitely recommend that one. Okie dokie, and now we have the Not So Berry challenge, which was created by Lil Simsy. So the basic rules is that each heir must represent a color of the generation with their hair, makeup, clothing. Brightly colored skin is not necessary, and the colors of the spouses don't matter as long as they are part of the challenge. Every generation is supposed to complete both the career and aspiration of the heir unless it's explicitly stated otherwise. Keep the lifespan on normal. So basically the Not So Berry challenge is where you're playing through different generations that are color themed. And I just think this is a really cute legacy challenge. It is 10 generations, as you can see. It ends with a generation blue. It starts with mint, which I've seen a lot on YouTube, and yeah, it's a really cute generation legacy challenge. It has certain rules, and of course the color is what you're supposed to go with, and then it has different traits and career and rules for each generation. So yeah, it's pretty cute, and I really like this legacy challenge, so I would totally check this one out as well. Okay, and the last and final legacy challenge that I am showing you guys is called the Sims 3 Expansion Exploration Legacy Challenge. It says this does require all expansion packs, but if you're missing some and need to skip generation traits, then go for it. I also know that moving towns will mess up the family tree, so I recommend having a note on your computer for the family tree. And yeah, as you guys can see, each generation, it is kind of similar to the Lepacy challenge, but it has like slightly different rules and goals and things that you're doing. So I really think this is cool. Like, I would totally check this out. This one's a little bit different. So yeah, with that out of the way, I am just gonna say thank you all for watching. I hope I inspired you to check out a new legacy challenge. If you find one that you really like, go ahead and comment that down below. Also like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.